All right, let's do it live on a First Friday Miracle edition of Cleveland Browns Daily. I am Beerly Bo. He's a great seat.
Yo, feels like we've been doing this for hours and we're just getting started. Let's go.
Really does. Really does.
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing.
Lots of fun on the program today. We'll do an edition of Guess the Scores for the playoffs. We'll see how Dr. Z does there.
Yes.
Which also we could do a little. Maybe we're talking about doing a little bit of an announcer. Perhaps we'll see. We'll see how that goes.
We'll see what we do.
A little coaching carousel update around the league as well. Ravens analyst and beat reporter Jeff Zrebiec will join us at 4:00. What is the thinking over there? I'm curious what his view is of. Well, he's an employee, right? Does he work for the Ravens?
No, The Athletic.
Oh, The Athletic. Oh, okay, great. So we'll get his opinion
You will get his opinion. For
We'll
the
get
first
his
time
opinion.
in 7 years, Stephen Bisciotti's comment.
Be very curious about his thoughts on Bisciotti's presser yesterday. A little higher or lower, and, of course, Mr. Siciliano will join from sunny Southern California. I want to run something by you. This is a test of your character.
Okay.
Are you willing for this test?
Yeah.
I feel like you'll pass. I think
hope
you're a man
so.
of sturdy stock and
I hope so.
proper virtue.
All right, let's see.
Every morning
Okay.
when I drop the two bigs off at school, I've already done a diagram for you, so you'll be ready. Every morning when I drop the boys off at school, up until 7:40,
Okay.
there are waivers. It's a roundabout. So this is what it looks like. It's a roundabout like this. So
Okay.
you come in from here.
Yep.
This is the roundabout. Main school is there, and then you go this way to go out.
Yep.
Okay. So up until 7:40, there are waivers who are every 10 feet, making sure that the cars pull all the way up so the maximum amount of kids
Humans
can
who
get
are
out
waving.
Human beings,
Doing
students,
this.
teachers
Yeah,
who are saying, come on up, come on up, come on up.
I've
Look, we
I've
can get out.
experienced this.
We can get out 16 of you at a time, baby.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's
Yeah.
get this moving. Keep it moving. The tardy bell rings at 7:49. At 7:40, the waivers all go in.
Okay.
And at this time,
It's lawless.
chaos ensues.
Okay.
And so what happens is, instead of, as you see the diagram, 16 people, if you can envision it, 16 people, 16 cars getting out at a time, the maximum that can get out now at times can be as few as 3, because these cars will stop right at the front door instead of pulling all the way in front in order to let multiple people out. So every day as we get to this point, because we're never there before 7:40, it's always somewhere in between. Every day we get to this point, the boys say, are we going to get a clutch? So what that means is if somebody decides to let somebody out right in the front, sometimes they get let out at the front door because
And that's called a clutch.
Yeah, because to them they have to walk less.
Okay.
Okay? So if you are in a situation where past 7:40 waivers are gone and you are sitting right here
Okay.
and these cars all emptied, and now you're the one who's going to decide where this line goes with your children, where do you pull up to?
You have to. You have to. Now, what's funny about
Because we live in a society.
What's funny about your kids and my kids is that had I even entertained the notion, because this is exactly, it was straight, but this is exactly the same procedure at Hawken. Had I even entertained the notion of driving them and stopping here,
Yeah.
they're all over me.
Oh, they want you to do the right thing.
You get up there.
Yeah.
So, like, that's not even no, you go here because now you have 1, 2, 3, you got 8 people all happening at once, and now we're good. But if you stop here, now you're limiting it to 4.
Now 3 people get out.
50% is efficient.
Yes.
So,
and the line now goes into the street.
Yeah.
Because we can't make little Timmy Tryhard walk an extra 15 feet.
When you get this spot, it's luck.
Pure luck.
It's pure luck. You just happen to hit that spot because you were the 4th car in line.
Exactly. So I did what you do.
You have to.
Which the boys, they understand. Like they think it's like a fun little game that I do this. The car behind me stopped at the front door.
Of course. Well,
so we pulled all the way around.
People.
There were 7 car lengths between us dropping off where we're supposed to and the car at the front door.
Yep.
And so my contention is that the car that dropped off at the front door, everybody behind them, shameful.
Yeah.
Shameful.
Totally. For sure.
Do the right thing, man.
As they should. As they should.
I knew you'd have that.
Of course. Yeah, there's no doubt. There's no doubt in my mind.
There is nothing
live in a society
that makes my wife angrier.
Yeah.
When I was when we were dating, before we were married and then married, than a car that does not do the right thing in the pull-up line or waits and watches their kid walk in. My wife will lay on the horn. She will yell out the window.
Yes.
My wife is the nicest human being on the planet, except in those stupid lines. You know why? Because people are idiots.
They are. Well, it's just soft.
Charmin soft.
That's all it is.
Very soft.
Little Susie and little Timmy can't walk an extra 20 feet. So
Yep.
we're going to do it at the front door because my kids are more special than yours.
Yep.
That's the way I view people that do that.
Bobby Card says, tell little Timmy to take the bus.
That's right, Bob.
100%.
He's right.
Exactly right.
He knows
That's
what
right.
I'm talking about,
Oh, I
too.
know.
He knows it real well. He knows what's going on. That's right, Bob. Exactly right, Bobby. He's exactly
Man,
right.
I'd have been laying on the horn. Yeah.
They were behind me.
I know,
just was
but
like,
I mean, like those people behind.
yeah, that's outrageous. Outrageous. All right. Good job out of you.
Yeah, thank you.
A couple of coaching updates. This one, as we are on day 10 of 120 of the 120-day plan. Coaching updates from Jordan Schultz. The Browns have viewed around the NFL as a team that could hire young offensive minds as their head coach to pair with defensive coordinator Jim Schwartz, even if that coach might be a year away from being a legitimate head coaching candidate. To thinking, if he's a rising star, why not? What coaches would fit that mold? So that's your boy from Jacksonville.
Yeah, so Grant Udinski would fit that mold. Shieldhouse from the Rams would fit that mold. We're not interviewing, but LaFleur, Kubiak
Yep.
would fit that mold. Those are the ones that fit that mold. From our profile, from the people we're interviewing, it's Udinski and Shieldhouse. And I guess Dan Pitcher.
Yeah, that would be another one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was giving a lot of thought about this with the idea that both Pittsburgh and Baltimore are open, and it's been a long time, and obviously Baltimore only has 3 coaches in their existence. The Steelers have only had 3 in the last 50-some years. In both instances, we talked about a little bit yesterday, they hired those guys kind of out of nowhere. John Harbaugh, like I said yesterday, I didn't even know Jim had a brother, and at the time that he was hired, he was a special teams coordinator in Philly, and then Tomlin was with the Vikings and came over to Pittsburgh, and you just wonder if there is somebody who's going to emerge in this process that you're like, wait, who?
Yep.
There's 9 openings, man.
9.
There's going to come
Yes.
somebody's going to get hired. Like some of these teams aren't even saying like we've requested. They're just saying we interviewed. Like that's happening too. Like
Yep.
we've interviewed this person. It's like, oh, okay, well, didn't even know you were doing that. I mean, that happened with Kevin. I can't remember which one it was. Was it Miami or
Miami,
one of them? Or it
Atlanta.
just popped
Right.
in
Yep.
that he had interviewed, and it's like, oh, it was Baltimore for Kevin.
Baltimore. Yep.
And we're like, oh, okay, good to know. And that's the there's going to be a surprise that comes out of all of this. I think when you have 9 positions open, I think it's just natural that
There has
there's
to
gonna
be
somebody come out of nowhere.
Yeah, and that's where I think some of these guys come in, and we've heard people talk about the thought of, well, if somebody's maybe they're not totally ready right now, but they will be in a year or two. Let's give them some experience on the job. That's how you could end up there.
Yeah, and even just think about how big of a shock it was when Cliff Kingsbury got the Arizona job.
Yep.
Like we're talking about Harbaugh and Tomlin. Obviously, that's the high end of it going right. It's as big of out of nowhere was Kingsbury being hired by Arizona.
Yep.
That was a stunning hire. I mean, he had agreed to be the offensive coordinator at USC, already had a house in Manhattan Beach. Like, he was just going to call ball plays after the Texas Tech thing. Somehow ends up being the head coach of the Arizona Cardinals. So crazy things happen in these processes. I am surprised by this bit of news, which just came down here in the last couple of minutes. Oregon quarterback Dante Moore announced that he will be returning to Oregon for his 2026 season. That is pretty stunning to me from the standpoint of I think he's a lock to be the second quarterback off the board. I think there's a very decent chance he could go number 2 overall. I was skeptical of him. I think this is the best thing for him as a player to go play for another year at Oregon, where they're going to be very, very good. He can also be compensated very richly. The going rate for a blue blood franchise quarterback in college football right now is about $6.5 million a year. So he's going to be compensated very well. He's going to get to be a college kid for another year, live his best life, and crush it. But next year, the 2027 quarterback class is loaded.
Right.
And so, you have the self-belief that you're going to be right there with Julian Sand and Arch Manning and all the rest of the guys are going to be in that class, and that class is crazy. And I get that. But at the same time, it feels like a lock that he would have been the second quarterback off this year.
Yep. Yeah, it's a surprise because you're putting yourself, sometimes it's better to be, the number 2 option than it is to be down the road, which I think he will be. Now maybe he's thinking he didn't like the way his season ended. He didn't like the way he performed in that high profile game, and that he's going to, go win a national championship, and maybe he thinks he could be the number 1 guy. I don't know.
Sure. I mean, he was a 5-star kid. I'm sure he has that belief.
Yeah. So we'll see. Interesting.
It's one of those things that before NIL, you never would have done this. NIL makes something like this possible. It allows for a kid to enrich themselves tremendously while staying in school for another year.
Yep.
So that's a big one there that happened. All right. One more thing before we go to break. Congratulations to my buddy James Laurinaitis, former Buckeye great. He's going into the College Football Hall of Fame.
Oh,
in
how
this
about
year's
it?
class. So that's very cool. So he
How
makes the
about
class.
it?
He's a 3-time consensus first-team All-American, so I thought there's a pretty good chance he was going to
Yeah, you
get
think
in.
he would, yeah.
But he was in this class. It's good for him. He's in with 2 of his really good buddies from the Rams. Mark Ingram goes in, who he got to be really close with the Saints, and then of course
Quite good at
Mr.
Alabama.
Donald goes in with him. So those guys were very tight.
Pitt?
Pitt, yeah, yep. Very good class. Marvin Harrison's in the class too, so it's a very good class.
Yeah, this is because they didn't really have one, so there's probably like 25, 30 people going in.
Well, and the problem is they can't, because they kind of invented the College Football Hall of Fame. They have such a backlog that and you can't have there's all sorts of guys who have resumes similar to James's that are waiting because you can't have 7 Buckeyes in a class.
Yeah.
So you got to spread it out to make sure that everybody gets in. So you kind of have to pay your dues a little bit to finally
he
get
did.
in. And he did. And he
That's
finally
awesome.
got in. So it's very cool. Those are your hot topics today, presented by University Hospitals, official healthcare partner of your Cleveland Browns. We'll attempt to guess the scores coming up next. You listen to Cleveland Browns Daily. We're presented by Ballybet, official sports betting partner of your Cleveland Browns. Please bet responsibly on 850 ESPN Cleveland. And welcome back into Cleveland Browns Daily, 850 ESPN Cleveland. Time for a little segment that has swept the nation. And then what we did is we decided to up the ante and make it a little more difficult for Dr. Z. And we made him do it exactly. And even amidst such incredible circumstances, I think you've still thrived. I think you've thrived.
If we count hitting an
Not
exact
me.
as being worth like 2 or 3, I've done all right. Last week I did hit 3 of them exact, but I missed
You did,
every other
yeah.
one by like 6 points.
The playoffs were
In fairness, there were a couple that were just stupefying.
Well, and we said, too, like week 17 and 18 or we'd say
and it
17,
worked
18
for
were
my
crazy.
gut, though. Although the truth is, I thought the line for the Carolina Rams was so out of whack that it made me take the Rams when I should
too.
just also taken Carolina, because every other one it would have been 5. It would have been a 5 in 1 week. I felt very good about even the ones where I was way off. I felt good about what the outcomes were.
Yeah, that was the one where you just thought somebody's got to know something. It just doesn't make any sense. They had to take a bath on that.
I would think so.
There had to be a bunch of people who took those.
The Carolina one?
Yeah,
I would think so, because it felt
that
like they were
number
begging
is
you.
so big.
Yep.
All right, we are in the divisional round of the postseason. Let's start. This is your Saturday 4:30 kick. This is your first game of the weekend. I really like this one a lot. It is the Bills. It is the Broncos. This is your Nance Romo Wolfson production. Your get-in price for this one, $449. So the prices are starting to go up on these babies. One other thing, one quick anecdote before we get to this. Do you see Romo saying he's sick? That's why he was so bad over the weekend on the
He
call.
didn't look right.
Yeah, but you said that physically too. Not only just what he said,
His
but like
face,
physically, he
just didn't look right.
Yeah.
Our good friend Andrew Marchand had his podcast, radio, TV. He's like, I don't know if he's studying enough. Like
It feels like he is not doing
you still
any
you have to watch more tape the further away you get from your playing career.
Yeah.
And he's like, I don't know if he's putting in the work.
That's fair. Yeah.
The interesting thing about that is what I would say is from a TV standpoint, for him, yes, he's further away, but the game hasn't, like, defenses are defenses. And
Yeah.
there are variations on it, but they're going to do production meetings where he can ask those questions. And the reality is everybody can see what's going on. He just has to kind of explain a little bit of the why. And, you know, TV is definitely the analyst's game more than the play-by-play guy, although the play-by-play guy is, like, iconic in terms of his ability to add that spectacular call to a very special moment. But, like, I just think he was just off.
Yeah.
He was off. It was not his best.
I think what's cool for this weekend is normally you get like 2 games on CBS or 2 games on Fox and one of the networks is left off. You have all 4 networks, their best crew doing the games.
Yeah, that's
how it should be.
This is lining up. My wife tried to tell me that I have to go to dinner with my daughter in Akron Saturday night. I said, you enjoy that. Take your mother. I go, I'll be home.
All right, real quickly.
You could Diamond Grill will take care of you. You could watch it in the bar and get you the TVs in there. You'd be all set up.
Fine.
The Diamond Grill.
Oh yeah.
If I know that that's exactly happening that way, which I would
That sounds
bet
like
money
a
it's
potential
not.
competitor to our future endeavor, if you ask me.
You could run it out of there. I'll tell you that.
I don't even know what it is.
Really?
Yeah.
I'll tell you. No, it's like the place that all the golfers went for. One of the places they always went when they used to play at Firestone.
Sergio
Legendary
Garcia.
steak place. You got to pay cash.
Well,
Old school.
they were always
operation.
at Ken Stewart's
They were
Grill.
The grill always
grill.
there too.
Yeah.
Yep. But the Diamond Grill is a spot. It's
Yes.
a spot. All right, Bills at Broncos. Dr. Z. Bills at Broncos. Bills at
You
Broncos.
can do this, Junior.
Denver
All right.
-2.5.
Denver -1.5. I'm going to tell you what. If what would be really cool is if the Broncos were able to wear their
Throwbacks. They
throwbacks
should.
and the Bills could wear theirs.
So
would be
here's the
very cool.
only thing.
I like their current ones better than anything they've ever
Same.
worn, but I do think that
I don't love the red helmet.
no,
It's
probably
iconic,
fair.
but I don't love it. Like I like their white lid over their blue. Now
Yeah,
is
that's
so
money.
good.
It's It's great. It's great.
And
But if
then
the
I would
Broncos
wear-
just wore their throwbacks, that'd be it.
Yeah, the baby blue with the white. I like the white for them with the baby blue.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be great. All right, so that
All
was
right.
1.5.
Yeah, it was 1.5.
Okay.
All right.
I probably should have known that the Bills, even though people don't think they're necessarily a great team, their lines are always It's almost like the Cowboys, where it's always a point or two. Because I was at 2.5, I should have gone to 1.5. And I tried to do that. I actually initially wrote 3.5, and I'm like, you know what? It's the Bills. I'm dropping at a point.
Yeah.
Because Bills are not great.
They're
Josh
not.
Allen is singularly great.
He is singularly.
But they're not great.
Yep. 8 p.m. your Saturday night.
God, I can't
This
wait.
is 49ers
I'll
at
be
Seahawks.
dialed in.
Kevin Burkhardt, Tom Brady, Aaron Andrews, and Tom Rinaldi on the call. Your get-in price in Seattle, $503.
Man, not cheap.
503. Niners
It's part
at
3, man.
Seahawks.
Yeah. It reminds me of WrestleMania 19, which took place also in Seattle, Washington at Safeco
about
Field. And that was, The Rock and Stone Cold Steve Austin had fought at WrestleMania 15.
Yep.
They had fought at WrestleMania 17. And then this was part 3 of the trilogy. Now, this one was an 0-2 in favor of Austin because you had Austin beat him straight up in 15. At 17, Austin turned heel, joined with McMahon in a shocker.
Yeah, that had to be.
Beats The Rock. So this was the part 3 of the trilogy, and The Rock cut a great promo as he'd gone to Hollywood. And he goes, in Hollywood, they tell you all that matters is Act 3.
Yeah.
And then The Rock went out and he beat Stone Cold Steve Austin.
And handled his business.
In Act 3. And that's exactly what the 49ers are going to do. But I think given the loss there last time, this one feels like Seattle -3.
Seattle -7.
There is blatant disrespect to the Pedro Niners.
I mean, what was Seattle favored by when they were in San Francisco and they were playing for home field throughout?
That's a good question.
Was it because it was bit? It was like
1.5.
Was it 1.5?
But
It was Seattle favored by 1.5.
when
I
we
thought for some reason in my head it was 3.5.
Could be 2.5. Hold on. Hold
Yeah.
please. You know what?
7.
We possess that information.
Yeah, I know we do.
Which is fantastic.
Yeah,
That's what's so fun about this. We have the lines of every week
Forever
going back for like
it's all set.
till 2018. Yeah. That was week 18. Niners 1.5. Seattle was a 1.5 favorite in San Francisco. So I should have been higher than that.
All right,
I still think that's absurd.
I do too. It is Sunday, 3:00 on the window here. I love these two kick times, 3:00, 6:30.
Yes.
Yes,
Love it. I
Enough
wish Saturday
8
was that
o'clock
way
stuff.
too. I wish
Enough.
Saturday was that way too. I don't.
We're so old now, dude.
But
We
so's the
are.
rest of the country.
Well, a lot of many are older than us.
And guess what? The young kids aren't watching this stuff anyway.
Yeah.
When's the last time you saw a teenager sit down and watch a football game from start to finish without another screen somewhere near them?
I don't know.
It doesn't
They should
happen.
have.
Cater to us. We're the ones who are watching it. 3:00. Texans at Patriots. Joe Buck, Troy Aikman, Lisa Selters, Laura Rutledge on the call. Your get-in price, pretty manageable, $255 for Texans at Patriots.
Patriots -3. At
Got
some
it.
point, they've got to
Exactly.
do something. Exactly? Okay,
Exactly.
good.
Yep.
I was like, these games feel pretty in that realm. This one is 7. Come on. Okay.
-3.
All right, so we got one right on, which is worth 3, so we're 3-2.
Yeah, you're good. So 6:30 Sunday is the nightcap and the last game of the weekend. By the way, I wish this was Sunday Night Football kick time every week. Was this? I
Same.
would love it nothing more.
Is it all
even if it
because of
was
the West
7:30
Coast?
would be good.
Like
Is it
they've
'cause
done
of
with
the
the
West
college
Coast?
football playoff.
Yeah.
Give me a 7:30 start.
7:30 's
done by
manageable.
11.
How about 12 instead of 1-4-8? How
Yeah.
about 12-3-7?
Perfect. Sold. That's easy. Majority of the country lives on this part of this in this side anyway. Let's go.
Yeah, but
Let's
like
go.
when we wake up and we have 9 a.m. football, which is the London football, it's great. What's
I
the
love
problem?
it. Why
Like,
would they have a
they
beef?
not want to wake up and have football? For them, it would be
That's-
9, noon, and 4.
G-Man said it best. Like living in Central Time.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah,
I mean,
Central
that's
Time's where
when
it's
I lived
Mountain's
in
pretty
Illinois.
damn great too.
Absolutely.
I mean, you think about it, on the West, you're 9, noon, and 4. So you can do all this, and then like if you have a Landman or a Game of Thrones or a big Sunday night
Whatever
show,
you
you
want.
get it all.
Get it all in. Yeah, we can't do that.
No.
Can't do that.
It's hard with normal life at this age of life that we are in.
Yes.
And it's me with a
Little man.
little Luca.
Little man bouncing around.
I'd stay up till 11:30 to watch the conclusion of a game, especially like a regular season
No.
game. No way.
I mean, my oldest is 14. My youngest, Bootsy's 10. Like, which is hard to say out loud, but like the idea that I would ever like stay up, like it better be a national championship game, a national semifinal game, like something like that is the only way I'm staying up.
And that you
to
care
finish.
about.
Yeah, like bigly.
Yeah.
There's no way other than that I do. As soon as I'm out. So Rams at Bears. This is Tarico Collinsworth and Stark on the call. It is $4.24 on the get-in price at Soldier Field.
Rams -3.5.
Let's go, dude.
Right
Nailed
on.
it. Nailed it.
2-2.
2-2, right on.
Great job. 2-2, right on. Good job out of you.
Hey.
Hey.
Come on.
Hey.
Come on.
Now we have a curveball for you. College Football National Championship is Monday night. It is the Indiana Hoosiers versus the Miami Hurricanes. Fowler, Herbstreit, Hollyrow, Laura, Rutledge. The get-in price, $2,789.
Hold on. Did you see the parking?
I did not see the parking.
If you would like to park around the stadium, it starts at $750. There was a debate whether or not you could park illegally, get towed, and it would still be cheaper to go get your car out of towing, Ubering.
Where is this? Is this
It would
played
be,
in Miami?
but if you get towed in Miami, just plan on never seeing your car again.
Yeah.
That's been my experience.
Okay.
That you're the idea of getting it out of the pound, good luck.
Okay.
Good luck.
Why they shouldn't be allowed to do that? There should be
It's like when they return the they return the car to Lebowski.
right.
Okay, that's what it's like.
They got us working in shifts.
Yeah, that's what it's like.
Leads. Let's love that scene. He's like, you guys got any leads? He's like, leads. Leads. He's got us working in shifts. Oh, man, it's so good. That's a great line.
2,789.
Stay home and watch it, kids. Unless you
seems like
went to
the-
Indiana or Miami.
Seems like the whole state of Indiana is going to it. Obviously, it's a home game for Miami. I'm guessing it's going to be a lot of Hoosiers.
There should be, like, somebody needs to intervene and be like, you can't make the prices that high. Like, you just can't do it. It's not allowed
It's
for parking.
America. Capitalism, baby.
You could park
That's
across the
ridiculous.
street for a cool $300.
Yeah.
Literally, there's a $400
stadium
difference.
And the
lots
funny
parking
thing is
across
people
the
will be
street.
like, oh, I'll outsmart it. I'll do an Uber. Yeah, well, guess what the Uber pricing is going to be?
About $250.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's better than parking.
it is, but that's where you're at.
But
and then
this-
try finding one after.
I didn't think stadium parking was a part of that
So
type
it
of
really
capitalism.
shouldn't be on the bowl because
That's what I mean.
Because that isn't even like that's not even like season ticket holders. But I guess people must have bought passes and now they're trying to sell them on the secondary market. But yeah, because you can do that with parking. That happens at Ohio State games all the time. That happens. So
All right, I got Indiana minus 10.5.
pretty close. Good job, Indiana minus 8.5.
We're not counting that. It
No.
was
No, I
we
know. I'm
threw
just-
it in
just
for
for
a little
fun, for fun.
Yeah,
All right,
we
I'm
threw it.
curious real quick for fun, and Gibbe, I'd like you to do this as well.
No, God.
We've got the 4 broadcast teams here.
It's so funny you're going down this road.
I want to rank the 4 broadcast teams.
It's so funny going down this road because I was actually thinking about doing that anyways. We were going through this that they're all going.
yeah.
All right, that's pretty easy for me. All right.
Okay.
Yep.
You got yours, Gibbe?
Yep.
All right, should we go 4-1?
Sure.
Or should we go 1-4?
I guess my hunches are ones are all going to be, I think. Just listen to us all talk. Yeah, you can go however you want. It's your game.
Well, that's not okay. All right, we'll go 4-1.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, for me 4 is Fox.
Same.
For me, 4 is, and this breaks my heart because he's my favorite guy ever. It's Nance and Romo. I love Nance. Nance is my guy.
That's why he's
Nance
3.
is part of the reason. He's a big reason why I got into this business.
That's why
was
he's
him.
3.
I just as a kid on the Masters and the NCAA Final Four before he even got into football. It's just a rough one right now.
So
And I love him. Romo's really tough right now.
Here's the thing. So if you were ranking, to me, like, I still have Nance as my favorite play-by-play guy.
Me too.
So he'd be 1. So if you're doing it kind of that way as an objective way to do it in some sense, and Romo, let's say we had Romo 4.
What if I have Romo 8th out of 4?
Oh, if we're ranking him.
Like I have him, so he's not even fourth 4. Like he'd be. He's to
Well,
me
that's the
right now.
problem.
He is second as 8th.
To me, he was, yes, he is
He's
the worst.
really a struggle.
But Nance was so good. So Nance to me was 3. So my 4 was Fox. And because Burkhardt's totally fine. I have no relation.
Sure.
Like I have no, like if this was Ian Eagle and Brady, they would not be 4. Even with my great affection for Jim Nance, who I would get. If you said I have to draft this, he's my first pick.
Yeah, yeah.
So I want that to be clear. I love Jim Nance.
I love him. Yeah, and I mean it. Yeah. So all right, number 3.
So then my number 3 would be Nance and Romo.
I have Nance and Romo at number 3.
So I have Burkhardt Brady
Okay.
at number 3.
And then
I think they've come a long way. I think Tom's come a long
Tom's
way.
he's excellent.
He's doing a good job. Yeah.
And I think
excellent
Aaron
now.
and Rinaldi bring a little bit
do.
of fun too as well. They go
of
to
course.
they go to the sideline a lot more than a lot of other teams.
More than any. Yes,
Yeah.
for sure.
I have had great sideline interactions with both of them throughout my tenure when I was down there.
Yeah.
Had a great time with both of them. They're both awesome people. Very different people, but awesome people in their own right. And Aaron Andrews once gave me one of the best compliments because we were playing Green Bay. It was the day that you were not there, Gibbe, on Christmas Day.
Oh, God, that's right.
And Rinaldi had some questions, and Aaron Andrews was like, brought me over to Rinaldi. He was like, if you know anything about the Browns, this is the guy.
That's
and
your
I was
guy.
like, well, thank you so much.
That's
Aaron.
nice.
Very kind
Very
of you.
good.
Yeah, Rinaldi was great. Excellent. 2 for me, Sunday Night Football.
Yep.
Tarico Collinsworth, and then 1 would be Buck and Aikman.
When you were doing the total draft, I would have had Nance 1, but then probably Buck and Aikman would have been 2-3. On that.
Probably. All right, let's just do that for fun.
Well, I don't know that we have time.
Yep. We should
We probably got to.
Let's
I
hold
feel like
that.
we have
Let's
a lot
hold
of
that.
time.
Maybe we could do that on the other side of this quick timeout.
There you go.
Maybe
You're
we
listening to
should.
Cleveland Browns Daily on 850 ESPN Cleveland. All right, for the ultimate Browns gear, head to the Browns Pro Shop, a Fanatics experience right next to Huntington Bank Field. Jerseys, hats, hoodies, collectibles, exclusive merch you'll not find anywhere else. Shop in-store, online, anytime at shopclevelandbrowns.com. The Browns Pro Shop, official merchandise for true Browns fans. All right, we were talking there a little bit of an announcer draft.
Yeah, dude.
Power rank it?
Power
Are we
rank
draft it or power rank it?
Power ranking.
All right, I'm good.
So we're just going to do
Are we just doing play-by-play? Or should we do? You
I
wanna
had
do
all
of
8.
it? Yeah, play-by-play and color, not
Yeah,
sideline.
Correct.
Yeah.
All right, I'm ready. I feel very good about this.
All right.
About where I'm at with this.
Who would be? Are we going to go? We'll go 8.
8-1.
Yeah. All right.
8-1.
Okay.
Number 8.
Unfortunately, it's Romo for me.
Yeah, same.
He kills people's careers. Tony Romo. Never forget.
Yeah, I think it was
Number 8.
I think that he was when he came into it. It was so exciting just because he was doing something that no one had ever done. No one ever predicted plays before.
He was also into it.
He was really jacked up.
Awesome.
Yeah.
He was really, really good.
He was. Yeah. Well.
He still did one of the most. I don't know what the word is for interviews I've done with somebody for Gibbe for when he brings those guys in there. We've had Allen. We've had unbelievable interviews. Tirico.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. He it was
Not that one.
He was eating a Mackinac peach the entire time with juices running down his face. It was just bizarre. I asked him a question, and he'd be take a bite, and it was just odd.
An odd choices.
It was just odd. And I've heard he's can be a really cool guy, and I was a very good golfer. And seems like a fun guy. I don't know.
He's really good buddies with my buddy Bobby Carpenter, and he swears he's one of the great ones. So
yeah, he seems like yeah. I did hang out with him once in a different setting, which was at that Super Bowl party, and he was great. So he just says, I don't know,
Yeah, who knows? All right. Number 7.
I
love the double of it.
We're gonna break those down. We move into the new studio. There'll be a whole sound bar.
Just
for
all
you.
of those.
Yep.
That's nice. Yeah, that's gonna be nice.
For me, it's Burkhart, and not anything against him.
Yeah, same.
I did, and then I reversed it. Tom Brady, number
you
7.
went Brady 7. Okay.
I think Brady's come a long way. Still some ways to go.
And this, it's hard. Look, he's the number one guy at Fox doing play-by-play. You have to have an incredible amount of talent and luck and all of these things and drive and all of this stuff to get to it. I just think they're still trying to find their way as a group. And he just, not yet. It's of no fault of Kevin's because you can't have gravity until you've been in something for a long time. And so he just has to build up that gravitas, if you will. So I have Kevin 7 as well. Number 6.
Brady.
Where are you? You have Burkhart here?
I have Burkhart here.
It's funny how we see
He
this all
had
stuff so
bright
similar.
red.
Why?
Loves it.
I had the camera switched on your ISO.
I know, that's why I
you
did
look
it.
right into the camera. Number 6.
That's why I saw you had me there. I thought maybe
He's
you
a
might
big
like
B.
that.
Let's not be surprised.
You might like that. You might like that over there.
Oh, did he like it?
All right. Number 5. This is where it starts to get tough for me. It was right here. 1 through 5 is really a different line.
100%. All right, so I went with number 5. I went Tirico.
So die.
Same.
That's wild.
Across the board. Yeah, it got difficult. No, it didn't. All three of us had the
Those
same
were the
point.
exact same guy.
But it is hard.
And I think he's great.
yeah,
Yes.
I think he's awesome. And I think he can do anything. He's probably the most versatile of all of these guys.
so versatile, so likable, such a
Yeah.
great
Awesome.
dude.
I mean,
yeah.
The amount of things he has on his plate in 2026 here. He's got this. He's got all the Olympics coming.
Yeah.
He's got NBA once or twice a week.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he's a dude for sure.
100%.
Number 4. He loved that one. I even gave you a look. Give it. You like that?
Here's where I went with Collinsworth.
Same.
And
Same.
I thought about putting him 3,
Yeah.
but this is where I went with Collinsworth.
I had Collinsworth 4 as well, and I think he's great. I
Great.
still love it.
No. The starting 5 is all awesome.
They're
And
all
Brady is on his way there.
Yeah, and Burkhart may get there too, but
Yeah. I just don't know him. I don't have any.
That's what I just said. That's my thing. I'm with you.
I have had plenty of interaction.
With
He's
Burkhart?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He is an amazing guy.
Yeah.
He's super talented. He also does like the studio work for baseball. Like,
Yeah.
which I don't
He's-
consume.
But he's really good at
He
mixing it up
obviously
and
is.
getting it. Like,
Yeah.
he knows he's not the reason people are tuning in.
Yeah.
He knows how to set people up. That's why I think he and Brady have taken that big step this year.
Sure. Yeah.
It just took Brady maybe some time to realize, I am still, I guess I'm the star. And
Yeah.
Kevin's like, yeah, like I will turn it over to you every time we're on camera. Like,
Yep.
they're here to see you.
Yeah.
He knows.
He's really good. I just think
Yeah.
you just takes time to have the.
And I just think about
familiarity.
like I could close my eyes and hear Nance calls and Tirico calls and Buck calls, and I could
Yeah.
so many other play-by-play guys of our lifetimes. I just don't have any frame of reference. I think he did one Super Bowl with Greg Olson, right?
He did, and
did.
And they were really good.
Yeah, Greg Olson's excellent.
He's
Greg
excellent.
Olson would be
Yeah.
high.
And
on
by the way, I thought the best, my favorite new group was Ian Eagle and JJ Watt. I thought they were great.
See, I never got a chance to listen, so I don't.
They had a couple of our games. They were really,
watch.
really
Yeah.
good.
I know
They're really
Ian's
good.
great. Him and
Ian's-
Charles Davis were great.
Yeah, Ian's pro, but and JJ I thought was really good.
Yeah,
That was very good this year. Number 3.
Number 3.
went back and forth in this one, but I settled on Joe Buck.
Same. Crazy, dude.
Nope.
Exactly.
Aikman.
So you went Aikman 3?
I easily could have, but
Yeah.
I mean,
I just felt like for me, 1 and 2 had to be the best at what they do.
Yeah, and again, I think this is the best team going right now.
Yep.
Buck and Aikman. I didn't used to think that. I think this change of scenery changed it for both of them, and now I think they're just absolutely humming. So obviously,
I think they have they're going to call a Super Bowl.
yeah, because that was part of the deal when
Yeah.
ESPN got the NFL rights, is that they would get a Super Bowl.
Now,
So
here's
they
what's
got one.
interesting about our team rankings is we all had Buck and Aikman 1, and they would add up to 5 if you use their
If you did the-
places.
yeah.
Tirico and Collinsworth would be 9, Nance and Romo would be 9, but we gave Tirico and Collinsworth a nod.
Yep.
Now, you had them last, but Brady and Burkhart, I add up to 13 on all of our rankings.
Yeah.
So they, from that
So what it
standpoint-
is Romo isn't 8th for us. He's actually 16th.
Yeah.
To make the numbers work.
Yeah.
Like he's having a tough go of it. And then number 1.
Jim Nance. Just,
The man.
He's the man.
he's the man. I mean, when he came into our booth and we got to spend some time with him, and he is just
The man.
gracious. He's awesome. Holy moly, what's going on out there?
Oh, that'll be fun to drive home in. Downpour, rain into snow. That's going to be great.
It's
on the
Well-
turnpike.
turning over right now.
It'll be
I'm
a
watching
Yeah,
it
I
right now.
see it. Yeah,
won't be
that's gonna
snow. It'll be ice.
That'll be fun. That's going to be a fun drive. Look forward to that.
Yeah.
The Nance, this is like the greatest. This is one of, and we used to have a lot of fun with this. It's not there anymore, but when he had the specific drop down on the Vineyard Vines site, and the line was living at Pebble Beach.
Yeah.
Living at Pebble Beach. Good Lord. Like, come on.
And not many people can.
He
react
doesn't
to that.
anymore. I don't know if he
Yep.
sold that house or not, but he lives in Nashville full time, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I don't.
Where he had the little replica, all that.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Well, I do. I mean,
Well,
that's about
the
as
whole state is.
well, the remoteness of Monterey Peninsula, like I can't imagine like how difficult that was when most of his games were on the East Coast.
Yep.
Sure.
And like every single time you're going cross country, and that's as remote cross country as possible. Like there's an airport there, but it's small, really small airport in Monterey. So
ABC and ESPN have next year's Super Bowl.
there you go.
So
So they'll do the same thing they do with the college football, where I'm guessing where they have the main broadcast will be on ABC. Then they'll do like the coaches broadcast with like the all 22. I bet they do all of that stuff. They do that for the national titles. It's pretty cool.
Yep.
yeah, it'll be. But they'll get a Super Bowl, which is great.
Yeah.
Good for them.
All right. Some coaching carousel updates from around the league. Let's start with the Mike Tomlin latest from Ian Rappaport. In the hours after Mike Tomlin told the Steelers he was stepping down, the team have contacted Tomlin to express their interests. Pittsburgh has his rights, and draft compensation would be necessary. Teams are told Tomlin does not plan to coach next year. Yeah.
Art Rooney said basically the same thing today. That's what Tomlin told him. Because Rooney had a presser today, far less exciting than Bisciotti's yesterday, and much shorter, about 20 minutes. But, yeah, that's he basically said, Tomlin came in and said, I'm done, I'm going to get out.
Yeah, and they were shocked by it, surprised by it. They weren't.
Yep.
I mean, they're always prepared for everything. I'm sure you always contingencies, but up in like for the whole season, they're like, no, Mike's coming back. Like that's it. And Mike was like, no, I'm good. That's a wrap, man. So.
Yeah, and supposedly he's going to get into TV. Not looking to coach anywhere this year.
Where would that be in TV? Would he replace Matt Ryan like on the CBS and be right next to Cowher?
So CBS announced today Kirk Cousins will be filling that role for the playoffs.
He'll do a good job at that. He'll do good at that. But that would seem to be like the Tomlin and Cowher on CBS. That would be
Certainly
pretty
don't
fun.
need anybody else on Fox.
No, they got 66 guys up there. So
They literally stand on a giant concrete slab
no,
because they
it's-
can't even have a desk where they can.
And I
all
don't
be.
understand that thought process because then nobody says anything.
Nope.
Like they talk for 6 seconds and then the next guy talks for 6 seconds. So you don't really get anything out of it.
So I watched a little bit of that because it was the pregame show prior to Niners and Eagles, and I thought it was a very tough watch.
It is. Yeah. I mean, there's no real analysis of any of it. So, no, I'm with you. CBS would seem to make sense to me because Ryan goes down. There's talk about Burleson, about what could happen with him and his future at CBS. So,
Why?
no, he's just split a bunch of
Too
stuff.
many-
Like he's
too
got the
much.
morning show. He's got a bunch of stuff going
Yeah.
on. Like, how much can you do?
I
And
mean,
be good at?
Strahan's talked about getting out of that morning show stuff or cutting back because of the morning stuff too.
Why wouldn't you? Who in the heck is? I mean, by the way, that
You've got
thing that
enough
he
money.
has is unlike any scenario I've ever seen, where the guy is the face of Fox's, one of the faces of Fox's pregame show on Sunday, and then he's the face. Isn't it Good Morning America
Yeah.
on ABC?
Uh.
Yeah, they're not on the same. They're competing.
Yeah.
I think he's on ABC because Burleson's on CBS. Or it might be Today. I don't know if he's on Today or if he's on
No, it's not today.
Good Morning America. I think he's on Good Morning America, which is ABC.
It is.
Yeah. That's who's signing up for that? No thanks, man. With all the success he's had. A couple other things around the league. Speaking of the Steelers, they've requested interviews with Rams, Nate Scheelhaase and Chris Shula. So Scheelhaase is what, quarterback coach there?
Pass game coordinator.
Pass game coordinator.
Okay, yeah.
And who else? There were two other names from the Steelers. Flores and Minter you can add to the Steeler list as well.
Okay, yeah. Both of those guys seem more like Steelers. Great Podes. Legend. Also, the Ravens met with defensive coordinator, our guy, Jim Schwartz, today. So that happened. So Schwartzy interviewing for that job over there. On the John Harbaugh front, taking his first in-person visit with the New York Giants today. Did you see Tom Coughlin called and put in a good word for John Harbaugh? Like called John and was like, you need to go coach the Giants.
Yeah.
Sort this thing out.
That's pretty good.
It's the domino. It is the domino.
That's the first one. Yeah.
Yeah, and there's a guy who's put it, this guy Sebastian at MRCASEB who puts together this tracker. It's like the best. It's the exact format that I wanted in. It's fantastic.
Of where people have interviewed and where
Yeah,
they've
like who's been requested.
Oh, there you
It's
go.
Is
just
that
the
on
name of
social
every
media?
team. Yeah, it's great.
Can you tweet that?
Yeah, I'll retweet it right now. Yeah, and he does it once a day. But so, for example, Scheelhaase now has been requested by the Ravens, the Browns, the Raiders, and the Giants.
I wonder if they'll try to knock any of those out tomorrow or Saturday.
Chris Shula is Cardinals, Raiders, Dolphins, Giants, Steelers, and Titans. Stefanski's already completed interviews with the Falcons, the Ravens, the Raiders, the Dolphins, the Giants, and the Titans, according to this. I don't know about the
Holy
Raiders.
cow, he's done all of those already?
Yeah, completed. Those were all completed.
Do you think that he would just take any of them?
I don't know. I always think that there's an interesting angle if he decides he doesn't want to do one of these, but I feel like you got to stay in it when you
That's
can.
what I think.
But OC in Philly in his hometown?
Well, that feels like a layup. If there's not
Potential
if
Super
there's
Bowl,
not a head
yeah.
coach situation, it feels like a layup.
That has been mentioned as well.
So only us, of the people that we have talked to, Dirty has only interviewed with us and the Falcons, according to this guy. Mike McDaniel has interviewed with us, the Falcons, the Titans, and has been requested by the Ravens.
He's been requested by the Lions for their OC job, too.
Jesse Minter, the Chargers DC, has been requested for an interview by everybody except the Steelers. Monken so far's only head coaching interview has been with us. Dan Pitcher's only with us. Tommy Reese only with us. Schwartz, us and the Ravens. Grant Udinsky so far, only us. So of the people that we have tried to talk to, Dirty's had one other. McDaniel's got 3 other. Monken just us. Pitcher just us. Reese just us. Shieldhouse has got us, the Ravens, and the Raiders. Schwartz, us, and the Ravens. And Udinsky just us. So we're not hitting the most popular candidates in terms of just volume so far are Stefanski, Chris Shula, Sala, Jesse Minter. Now Jesse Minter we've requested, so we're in on that one. But yeah, that's where it all is right now.
I don't want him in the
Kubiak
division,
6.
but I could see Sala in either Baltimore or Pittsburgh. I think.
Yep.
I think
I
both
could
of
see
those.
it.
Yeah,
I think they'd
have
love
no
that.
interest in that.
Couple others really quickly here. The Dolphins, as I mentioned, completed an interview with former Browns head coach Kevin Stefanski. They've requested an interview with Jags defense coordinator Anthony Campanelli and an interview with the Raiders defense coordinator Patrick Graham. Those are names that we haven't seen at all up until this point. And then Steelers offensive coordinator Arthur Smith has got an interview request from the Titans and the Cardinals for their head coach position. The Titans obviously know him very, very well from the time that he was there. What's going on over in Baltimore? We will head there next. Our buddy Jeff Zrebiec going to join us. You listen to Cleveland Browns Daily on 850 ESPN Cleveland. Add more fun to your fandom with the Ballybet Sportsbook app. Download today. Get 50 back in bonus bets. You place that first wager of 10 or more. Ballybet, official sports betting partner of your Cleveland Browns. Time to head on the Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea hotline. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea, official sponsor of your Cleveland Browns. Keep it twisted, Cleveland. He is a Ravens analyst, of course, on the beat for The Athletic. Jeff Zrebiec joins us. Jeff, thank you so much for taking the time. You were there yesterday when Steve was at the podium?
Yes, I was.
How about that, man?
Yeah, I mean, the shame of it for us is he has that kind of personality, and he's a real outgoing guy, and he's very comfortable in his own skin. He's very authentic. He's transparent. He's not afraid to kind of say what's on his mind and deal with the ramifications, but it just doesn't happen very often for us. So it kind of always leaves you wanting more. Like, why can't we do this a couple of times a year? You know, we don't need Jerry Jones after the game, after every game, but just give us twice a year, just you know, and then we'll be all set. But yeah, he's you know, I wasn't surprised. That's kind of how he is when he gets in that kind of setting.
Jeff, what was maybe something that you didn't realize or you learned? What was the number one thing you learned from that press conference yesterday, which was over 45 minutes?
Yeah, I think the big thing, guys, was for several years now, they've just sort of walked on eggshells in all matters related to Lamar Jackson. They're afraid to really say anything about it. They don't want to talk about the contract. They don't want to talk about their conversations with him. Steve put it all on the table, and I think that was the biggest from the, you know, it was over an hour, and there was no, you know, yeah, we've had discussions with Lamar. We're going to keep those to ourselves, and that's kind of been how they've handled it in recent years. You know, this is a lot of talk about Lamar Jackson now, and I expect that to continue in the offseason with his contract status, how he's coming off the year that he had an injury-plagued season, his relationship with the coaching staff. And I think Steve Bisciotti just, you know, he wanted to make sure everybody knew, Lamar included, that he's their guy. They expect him to be part of this going forward, to be part of the decision-making process. They really want to sign him to sign a contract extension. If he doesn't sign it, he said straight out, we're just going to kind of restructure his deal and push money into future caps. And he just put it all on the table. I think it was an interesting approach from an organization that has sort of been very cautious in how they've spoken publicly about business matters related to Lamar Jackson.
I liked it. And I thought the part in particular relating to Lamar was, hey, look, you know, you clearly have strong opinions. There is, without saying it, I felt like he was saying part of the reason that we're having this press conference today is you. And if you want to be involved in this, you know, I'll send my jet down, or you can make other travel arrangements. But, like, I want you in these interviews, basically. And you said you wanted to be. And then he goes, we'll see if that comes true. I thought that was a very public way of holding Lamar Jackson accountable for what goes on in terms of this hiring cycle and how this organization is going to be run going forward. Did you get that same sense, or were we reading that differently through the screen than in the room?
No, I did. It pretty much, for lack of better expression, it puts the ball in Lamar's court on both the contract thing. Like, look, we're ready to talk extension. This is a priority for us, but we need to get this done if we're going to be able to have any flexibility in free agency to sign our own players. And then we are hiring a new coach. We want you to have a part of it. We want you to have a say in it, but it's up to you.
Yep.
Like, this isn't like a cursory 5-minute conversation.
No, these are all day.
Made clear.
Yeah.
This will be an exhausting process, an exhaustive process. And if you want to be part of it, we want you here. We think it's important you're here. But ultimately, you know, you can't force anybody to come in and be a part of it. So, yeah, I think it almost, for lack of better expression, it puts the ball in his court. It puts the onus on him to say, here, this is what we want. Here's an open invitation. Let's come do this. So I liked it, because for the last couple of years, guys, there's just been an awkwardness about any time they talk about Lamar, and especially, you know, the non-game stuff. So, you know, Steve Bisciotti was very comfortable talking about it, wasn't mincing words, was very praised Lamar a lot. I can't imagine he said anything that would bother Lamar. So I thought he handled it really well. I thought it was time. It was long overdue to have that kind of talk about that.
Yeah, because I think maybe if you had talked like that prior, you don't end up in this situation. For us, you know, we know Todd Monken. He was here in 2019 and actually spent a lot of time in this radio studio with Bo and I and got to be good friends with him. I think he's an excellent coach, and I know he can be hard, but you look at the 2 seasons Lamar had prior to this one with Todd Monken, it elevated his game, took him to new heights. You would think that there would be a good relationship there, but it sounded like it was not. What happened there?
I think some of it was a little overblown. It wasn't like guys. It wasn't like these two guys couldn't stand each other and couldn't be in the same room. I think there was some play calling differences in opinion and some frustrations with that the offense wasn't performing like they believed it should have. Mm-hmm. I think there was a frustration from both sides, and this includes Lamar Jackson. And this, I think, was part of the reason kind of things went south this year. Just that he wasn't able to practice, and he missed a lot of time. He missed 4 games, parts of 2 more. You could count the weeks on one hand where he actually practiced fully during the week. So I think that was sort of more responsible for some of the frustrations in their relationship. And I also think, look, Todd Monken, as you guys know, he's a different personality. He's very upbeat, and he's a colorful guy, and he's kind of smoker joker type, and he's in your face and telling stories. And I've gotten pushback from Lamar's people on this. I don't necessarily think their personalities meshed great, but I don't think there was issues where they were knocking heads all the time and there was verbal disagreements all the time. I just think there was when you're predicted to win a Super Bowl and you don't make the playoffs or you start 1-5 and all that, there's going to be some issues. That's just how it is. I mean, winning cures a lot of things, and I just think with them just underachieving as they did, some things that you could gloss over and work through in the past became bigger deal than they might have in previous seasons when they were winning a lot of games.
Jeff, do you take listen to the press conference yesterday, and Steve? Somebody asked him about if they make the kick, is John still there? And he said for one more week. Were you guys aware that it? I'm sure he's got a ton of personality, but were you guys aware? Was Harbaugh aware that there was this sort of well, if you don't win the Super Bowl, you're gone? Was that kind of something that you guys covered this team under those auspices?
Look, I think we all knew that there was enough smoke there during the season, and none of the decision makers ever once came forward to say, why are you guys writing that, or publicly publicly support Harbaugh. And when that doesn't happen, and when all that speculation's going on, you're like, there's got to be something to it. I think Steve laid it on a little thick, guys. I in all my reporting on it, I don't think it was as a done deal like many people think. He had already decided that was going to happen. I think, he talked to a lot of people, including a lot of players. And I don't think really the decision was made till about 24 to 36 hours after their season, after he spoke to a bunch of players, got a better feel for John's plan, going forward with his coaches and all that, and got a better a better picture of what the players were saying. So no, I don't think it started as Super Bowl or bust, but I just think that just became one thing after the other. The late game collapses and the instances of forgetting Derrick Henry's on your team in the fourth quarter and losing games you shouldn't, and just not executing late. And I think it was a big year for John, and we figured he probably, they probably had to have a good year for this not to be a conversation. But I don't think it became crystallized in Steve Bisciotti's mind that this was definitely a direction he was going to go into until after the season, when he started having more conversations with players. Because look, if his mind was already made up, John Harbaugh would have been fired at 8 a.m. on Monday morning, 5 hours after they got back from Pittsburgh. He would Tuesday evening to make that move. So they were obviously waiting to have more conversations on that front before the final decision was made.
Let's talk about the coaching search to replace him now. We know that our former head coach, Kevin Stefanski, has been in for an interview. Jim Schwartz, our current defensive coordinator, has been in for an interview as well. The Ravens, it looks like, will cast a rather wide net. I don't know if it'll be 16, but it's going to be a big number already. What do you make of that? And Anthony Weaver, a guy who was on our staff under Mike Pettin here, so a lot of familiar names to Browns fans. But how do you kind of see this going? And are Stefanski and Schwartz, in your mind, real possibilities?
Yeah, look, they're up to 10. They finished an interview with Jesse Minter, the Chargers defensive coordinator, who was here too early in his career. He's one of Harbaugh's guys. So they're up to 10 interviews. They're going to do 5 or 6 more. And by the end of the week, they're hoping they've pared it down to a list of 4 or 5 finalists. They're going to bring those guys into Baltimore next week and kind of have an exhaustive process where the owner's going to come in and these guys are going to meet with a bunch of departments and all that, and they're going to make a decision from there. So we're looking at maybe a 3-week total process that, could end late next week, but we probably still have a little bit of time. It's just hard to handicap guys because they've interviewed so many people. I mean, we're talking 10 people already. There's a lot of ex-head coaches on the list. There's a lot of offensive coordinators. There's a lot of defensive coordinators. So there's really no trend. Like, it's not like you're just seeing defensive coaches or you're just seeing coaches with head coaching experience. No, it seems like they're casting, as you guys said, a rather wide net. People seem to think that, Minter is one of the favorites, and Anthony Weaver is a guy that they love.
Yep.
The owner has long liked, and he has the charisma to really kind of – Steve Bisciotti is big on that face of the franchise. He wants a dynamic personality in that seat and a guy that's going to lead men and sort of, you're going to feel his presence. That, to me, is a Steve Bisciotti type coach. So you look at the candidates that sort of, exemplify that. Weaver would certainly be one of them. But look, guys, I mean, a lot of this is going to depend on who these guys pitch for a staff because it is made clear they understand. Yesterday's press conference crystallized it. Getting to Lamar Jackson and having a close relationship with Lamar Jackson and making sure everyone's moving forward on the same page is going to be, one of the number one responsibilities for this new coach. So I think you kind of got to look at guys who they feel like have the personality that are going to mash up and mesh well with Lamar and sort of the cachet that Lamar is going to really like and respect.
Jeff, we know you got to run. Thank you so much for your time and giving us a little bit of it today. Thanks, pal.
Always enjoy talking to you guys. Take care. Have a good rest of the week.
All right, there he goes. Jeff Zrebiec on the Twisted Tea Heist Tea Hotline. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea, official sponsor of your Cleveland Browns. Keep it twisted, Cleveland. Just a 4th coaching hire for them. It's the best one on the market. They're Super Bowl ready. Plug and play. Away you go.
Yeah, you got the multiple-time MVP quarterback. You're exactly right. It is the best one. I think that and Atlanta, for different reasons, are the 2 best jobs on the market.
Yeah. Yeah, that one is, like we were talking about yesterday, it's just so rare that something like that comes open where it's ready-made, and it's going to be something from outside. There's Ascension. We saw that with Seifert and Walsh, and we saw that with Caldwell and Dungy, but it's just rare to see like that type of a job come open when most of the people are still in the prime and peak of their careers. We'll do a little higher, lower coming up next. Listen to Cleveland Browns Daily. We're presented by Ballybet, official sports betting partner of your Cleveland Browns. Please bet responsibly on 850 ESPN Cleveland. The new Rumpke Recycling Resource Center helps feed the circular economy by supplying Ohio companies and others in the Midwest with the material they need to put your place in your bins to good use. So learn more about the facility and how you can recycle more. Visit rumpke.com today. This is going to be a bear of a commute, kids. A bear.
I'm not looking forward to it.
Yeah,
No.
this is going to be.
If you are sitting in your office and you have the ability to leave early,
It's too late.
I would.
Don't you think?
You should look at the radar right now.
If
We are
only we
literally
had,
on the line
If
in
only
10
we
minutes.
pre-taped anything.
Oh my God!
Yeah,
What a time it would have been.
Yeah.
Snow heavy at times for at least 60. Lake effect snow warning. Oh my God! It goes till 7 o'clock.
7 o'clock tomorrow night.
Tomorrow
by the
night.
way.
Oh, tomorrow night?
Yeah.
Oh my God! Thursday at 7?
Yeah.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
These punks are going to get a snow day.
There's a chance.
That's where that's coming. Yeah.
And are they off on Friday? Is
They're
this a
off
4-day
Monday.
weekend for them?
No, of course they're off Monday, but they're not. No, it's not a
Oh,
4-day.
okay. I know, like, I want to say, I think it's Olmsted Falls is off Friday, too. I'm like,
Yeah,
what?
because nowadays nobody goes more than 2 weeks without having a 4-day weekend.
Oh, I know.
Like that's just how school is now.
Yep.
Oh my gosh! And then it's bombed overnight. Bombed. Oh my gosh!
Yep.
That's why I'm worried about.
You're gonna be all right. You're safe. You got a direct. You're safe. I'm not worried about you at all.
Are you going into RSW?
Yes.
You're gonna
Great
be fine.
airport.
You're
It's
gonna
under
be-
construction right now, but you'll navigate it fine. It's
You've
easy
been
to
there, haven't
navigate.
you?
Yeah, many times.
That's a great airport. That's
It's a
easy.
fantastic airport.
Yeah, yeah, and you're direct.
Yes.
So I think you're fine. Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh, dude! Did you look at our neck of the woods?
Yes.
Ours is even way worse than what
Yes.
I just read for us.
I know.
Oh my God, dude!
Yeah. It's
You
nuts.
probably shouldn't. You shouldn't keep looking ahead.
Oh my God! I wonder if Buddy Garrity can pull a sled, turn him into a husky.
Well, given the things he's put you through over the last couple of days, maybe he should.
Yeah, he does. Guess what? The cone worked.
Oh,
Shocker.
novel concept.
Maybe give me the cone right away, Bobby. All right, you want to do this a little higher, lower for the kids?
It was more of a QB confidence ranking going
want us to
into
Let's
rank
the
just do that.
weekend. I feel like that could be more fun.
All right.
So there's 8 quarterbacks.
You
Who's
wanna-
number 8 on your list? To win this weekend.
Well, hold on.
I thought you were just saying our confidence in them just to be, because you're picking the teams more. I'm saying my confidence in them to play their best. My confidence in that quarterback.
Okay, let's go that route.
It's a
All right, I'm almost done here. All right. All right. This is not how we think their teams are going to do necessarily, just that they will put their – it won't be – if they lose, it won't be on them. Like, you're going to play your best. I have confidence this guy's –
yeah, this guy's going to be
his
lights
best
out.
will be on the field
Yes.
this weekend.
Yes.
Okay. 8-1?
Yeah.
Okay. You want me to do
Number
it again?
8.
Number 8.
Are you doing this too, Gibbe?
Number 8.
There we go.
I can
Sorry, it
come
didn't
up with
fire
it
right
as we
away.
go.
Well, we weren't ready. You weren't. It's all right, Kev. That's a
Gabriel?
professional job.
Anybody,
out of you.
if we get a third person in case there are discrepancies?
It's CJ.
Everybody. I have CJ Stroud, number 8.
Breaks my heart, but it's
I
CJ
literally
Stroud.
just wrote that down.
Yeah, it's just as tough.
5 fumbles in a game. Come on,
Next.
get your head together.
Number 7.
Bo Nix.
Sam Darnold.
Sam Darnold.
Okay.
Sam Darnold.
I have
Next.
Bo Nix there. Sam Darnold's won a lot of games.
He's been unbelievable. It's just
Regular season,
same
he's
thing,
been
like just-
amazing.
he just was so bad in the playoff game last year
Yep.
for Minnesota that it's in the back of your head.
And
you
he
know?
was, don't forget, that final week of the season, too. He was bad.
Yeah, yeah. Now he's been good this whole year, but their offense is it's really one trick pony in the pass game.
Well, I need them
It's
to
all
be,
JSN.
I need him to be that way on
I
Saturday.
think they'll target him a lot. I think you're over 10.5 feels in play for sure. Next,
Number 6.
Number 6 for me is Sam Darnold.
number 6 for me is Bo Nix.
So we had the same bottom 3.
Yes.
Same as these Gibbe.
Same. I had Knicks at 6.
Yeah.
That's right, same bottom 3.
Next,
Number 5.
Number 5 for me is Drake May.
okay. I went Caleb here. I think Caleb has a higher. I think Caleb has a bigger swath of great to. I think he can be bad. I don't know if Drake May will be bad.
So I have May 5.
Okay, so
I have
just
Caleb
inverted.
4.
Yeah.
I have that. I have the same thing, Z.
So I
saw
have Drake
Caleb
4.
Williams make one of, and I don't think I'm being hyperbolic when I say it. I think I saw him make one of the 10 best throws I've ever seen a quarterback make in as clutch a moment as could possibly exist.
Yeah.
So
That-
I've seen him. They don't win that game without him.
No doubt. But also, you will see him throw the ball to the other team in the most stupefying way possible, and May
that
doesn't
in the
do a
third
ton
quarter.
of that, although he did in this
He
last
did,
weekend.
and that was the only time I've
Only
seen him in
2
the
times I've
playoffs,
ever
and it
seen him
wasn't
do it.
and it wasn't awe-inspiring. Whereas I saw Caleb when he needed to
He
lit
was
it
great.
up.
Yeah. Both look great. Yeah, I just have May slightly ahead
Bottom
of
line
Caleb.
is there are not a lot of proven quarterbacks in this playoff final.
No.
eight. 1, 2, and 3 are in their own stratosphere.
Yep. That is fact.
And I think we all have
Next.
the same.
Number 4.
So this is where I have
4 is
Drake.
Caleb. You have Drake.
Next.
Number 3.
Brock Purdy.
Same.
Brock
Yep.
Purdy.
I thought about dropping Purdy as low as 4 or 5.
Purdy really hasn't lost other than when he's gotten hurt or in a Super Bowl where he was on the sidelines with the lead.
Yeah.
In overtime.
I wonder if Caleb might be better.
Oh, I think he is better physically,
And
but I just don't. It's hard for me to imagine a scenario where like they lose because of Purdy. I can 100% see a scenario where Chicago loses because of Caleb,
Yeah.
and I
That's fair.
can't see Purdy,
That's fair.
San Francisco losing because of Purdy. Next.
Number 2.
There's where I got Matt Stafford.
Same.
He's great.
We see a lot of this stuff the same, fellas.
Yeah, there's no doubt. Well,
He is great, but
There
and
are
he's been
moments.
better than Allen this year, and he's very rightful and deserved MVP. He's going to win it. It's going to cap what will now be a Hall of Fame career because this is all he needs are these little things at the end. So now he's a first-team All-Pro for the first time in his career. Now he's going to be an MVP for the first time in his career. He's a Super Bowl champion. He's going to be in the top 5 probably all-time in NFL passing yards, passing touchdowns, all of this. Like he's now a walk-in-the-door first-ballot Hall of Famer. And I think he needed this season to validate it.
Yep.
Because I don't think before, like if his career ended, because there was talk he was going to retire. Like if he'd have retired after last season, I don't know if he gets in. He probably does eventually, but definitely not on the first ballot. Now he walks in with a gold jacket, first ballot.
yeah.
So really important season for him. And then obviously Josh has won.
Yep.
He's the man.
Yeah, because he's quarterback, goal line back. He's all
It
of
will.
it.
It will not be because of him if they don't win on Saturday.
No way. No way. He'll play well.
Yeah.
He'll play well. And it just feels like he'll have feels like a scenario could play out where he has the ball in his hand. And I think all these games are really good, and I think this is the most unproven quarterback Final 8 we've had in a long time.
Yep.
Very, very long time. I don't even know where you would go to think of the last time you've seen something this wide open.
What is the potential possibility that the AFC Championship game is Houston hosting Buffalo?
To me, I feel like I always do this when we're doing this stuff, and we'll pick it obviously on Friday, but I always think, can I envision this happening? I can envision Denver beating Buffalo. I can envision Buffalo beating Denver. I can envision New England beating Houston bigly. I can envision New England beating Houston tight. I guess, talk myself into Houston close. I cannot talk myself into Houston annihilating New England in any way. So then it just comes down to, can you envision them going up there and beating New England? To me is one of the tougher sells of the weekend.
Houston.
Yeah.
The way I look at it is C.J. Stroud couldn't have been worse, and I'm not saying that the Steelers are any good, but they beat them 30-6, and C.J. Stroud was dreadful.
He was, yeah, especially
And
in
they
the
won
first half.
30-6.
He was really bad in the first half.
And their defense is they could suffocate the Patriots. Patriots are not a scary offense.
Not
I'm
at
with
all.
you. I think they win, but it wouldn't shock me if the Texans win that game 12-9.
Yeah. The May missed a wide open Hunter Henry on it, or no, it was Austin Hoop. It was Hoop. He missed Hoop wide. I mean, he's wide open, and May airmailed him. So, they're all capable of it for sure.
Yeah.
All right, there you go. We will head to sunny Los Angeles, which was, my guess, is going to look the opposite of how it looks out our window here. We will do that with Mr. Siciliano coming up next. Listen to Cleveland Runs Daily on 850 ESPN Cleveland. All right, time to head on the Twisted Tea Hotline, presented by Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea, official sponsor of your Cleveland Browns. Keep it twisted, Cleveland. He is the voice of your Cleveland Browns. He is a WAER Hall of Fame inductee at the Syracuse University.
He's an orange
University
jacket.
of Syracuse. He's an orange jacket. He's the host of NBC's Gold Zone for the upcoming 2026 Milan Cortina Winter Olympic Games. He is actively sucking down a McCarthy chopped salad at the Beverly Hills Hotel. He is the great Andrew Siciliano. How's your weather, buddy? Put us in a good mood first, because we're about ready to.
I miss you guys.
I miss you too.
It is
Yes.
76 and sunny.
Go to hell.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Not
dude. We need Huskies. We need a team of Huskies with
Yeah.
with sled dogs.
the Iditarod.
It's we're here.
And for the record, I want, like, I'm not putting that on social media. Like, I feel for you guys, and I don't want to be known as like this uppity guy that flies out of town and like is just rubbing it in your face.
No,
You just happen to you make your
living-
residence in California, and
You're just
we do
living
not.
your
back
best
and
life.
forth.
That's all.
Yeah.
That's all.
I go
You're-
back and forth, and like, Bo, so I've been texting Nathan the last couple of weeks saying, dude, like, after the season or even week 18, like, come out here for New Year's or come out here for a wild card weekend.
Yeah.
Bring the family. Like, enjoy a weekend here.
Yeah.
And you're invited as well, my friend.
Well, I appreciate that. Yeah.
Like, come on out.
I'm coming
Does
out
seem
to
nice.
your. It's
We'll
the
find out how this flight goes.
I'll be out there in mid-February, not L.A. area, but the desert. So that's as close as we can
All right,
get, buddy.
well,
but yeah,
well,
nice
Well,
of you.
Actually, I'll be doing the Olympics, but if I were here, we would raise a glass. But for the record, I am not at the Beverly Hills Hotel. I am a man who made his own lunch at home today. Is that okay?
That's more than okay, pal.
Yeah.
What did you make of Bisciotti yesterday coming on the heel,
awesome.
coming at the same time, by the
love
way,
that guy.
as Tomlin tells Pittsburgh, "I'm done."
Yeah, I love that guy. He was candid, maybe to a fault. He was glib. He pulled no punches. It was one of the more entertaining owner press conferences I have heard in a long, long, long time. Art Rooney today gave two sentence answers. He seemed to be fairly forthcoming, but it was a noted difference with Bisciotti yesterday. I thought it was great.
I feel like that was an all-time owner
Yeah.
press conference. I mean,
It was comedy.
It was.
I mean, like McAfee today said on the show, hey, the second he got done, we called the Ravens and said, hey, can we have him on? And the Ravens are like, yeah, no, forget it.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, I bet not.
Not doing it. No.
Absolutely not. What do you kind of make of this landscape? And I know you've pointed out that 9 is a lot, but we had 10 in 2022. 8 of those 10, I believe, already have been let go from their jobs.
Correct.
That's
absurd.
What do you make of the 9? The fact that we haven't seen anybody be hired yet, and I know the process is, I don't know if it's different this year, but I know the process is much slower than in years past. No in-person interviews until next week, except for coaches who are already fired or who did not have jobs. What do you kind of make of the 9 openings and just all the names that are out there and trying to keep track of who's talking to who and how that's all going?
It's a mess, and just some clarity on the 2022 thing. There were initially 9, and then Bruce Arians decided to leave the bar at the owners' meetings in Palm Beach on a Monday and then go home on Tuesday and announce he's retiring. And then Todd Bowles slid into that chair. So that was the 10th. And Todd Bowles is one of the only 2 still remaining from 2022. The other is Kevin O'Connell. The other 8 are gone, and 2 of them were one and done. Lovey was one and done in Houston. I mean, most people forget that Lovey was head coach of the Texans. And who's the other one? Nathaniel Hackett didn't even make it through the entire season. So there are more coaches right now from the 2017 cycle still coaching in those jobs than from the 2022 cycle, which is just absurd. 9, I don't know how you're going to find 9. There are going to be, obviously, guys that get second jobs. Harbaugh's going to get a second job. I think Kevin's going to get a second job. I don't know where yet, but I think it's a safe bet. So there's going to be guys that go through the cycle again. But you're also going to have a lot of teams taking a flyer on unproven younger assistants, hoping they hit a home run, whether it's Nate Shieldhouse or whether it's Grant Udinski. Would you rather be a year early or a year or 2 years early on a guy that may not be ready, or a year too late and miss the bus when somebody else gets the young and up and coming assistant. But some of those assistants are not going to make it.
No, they're not. And it's imperfect. All of this is. It's eye of the beholder, and there is no right answers to any of it. John Harbaugh feels like a right answer, but who knows? Sure. But the other thing that's pretty crazy here is just, for the first time since the 2006 season, no Tomlin in Pittsburgh. First time since 2007, no Harbaugh in Baltimore. And obviously Zach Taylor somehow stands. Like, this is a massive shakeup in the AFC North. And I think for Pittsburgh, Z and I talked about it a little bit yesterday, buddy, like, kind of never been in this spot where their roster really needs to be blown up a little bit. Do they have the stomach for that? They've never really done it. This is going to be a massively different division in 2026.
Yeah, I'll use the 30 for 30 voice. Remember the guy that did the promos? What if I told you that Zach Taylor would be the last coach standing in the AFC North? Jeez. Right?
Coming
and
off a
they haven't
6
made
and
the
11
playoffs
season.
in 3 years.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Kevin, John Harbaugh, and Mike Tomlin have all made the playoffs more recently than the only coach left standing in the AFC North.
It's wild.
Down in Cincinnati. So wrap your head around that. The Steelers thing is interesting because there are two ways to look at it. Yes, it is a good job. It is a proud, well-run franchise with stable ownership and a not only national but international fan base. Delusional. Much like the Yankees, they think it's their birthright to win championships, and I think their expectations are probably too high, but I also get their frustration that they're in the playoffs every year and they're always one and done, and in all 7 of those playoff losses, they were down at one point in those 7 games by 3 touchdowns.
Yeah.
They trailed by 21 points in all 7 of those losses. So I get it. Totally get it. But they don't have a quarterback. They have an aging, expensive roster. Cam Hayward played really well this year, but he's 37. You added money to his deal. You gave TJ a brand new deal. He's still a very good player, but look at his sack numbers. They have fallen off the cliff of late. I know he's fought some health issues. DK Metcalf, you probably wish you could have that contract back. You have to pay Joey Porter Jr. this offseason. He's a young player, even though he's always holding. That roster needs to be retooled, and they don't have a long-term answer at quarterback. And they're picking 21st, a tradition truly unlike any other. So, yes, conceptually it's a great job. Short-term, though, I'm not sure.
Dude, we were saying, I don't think it's
appealing
if
at
you
all.
can separate it from the museum.
Yep.
In other words, their history. Like if you just forget about the colors of the museum and the history and all of those things, you just look at the actual job. To me, it's in the bottom with Arizona. Way down there. That's a long thing to dig out of if they're trying to get back to winning Super Bowls. Because they are, to your point that you just made, very aging roster. Where's the dynamic young person or person in their prime to build around in Pittsburgh?
I think they've drafted reasonably well on the offensive line. I think they have some pieces there. But, yeah, it's a fair point. Joey Porter, as mentioned, he's a good player, even though he's led the league in penalties for a defensive back the last 2 seasons. They have some pieces there. I would take that job over the Arizona job. I think ownership is
you
more
get to live in
patient and
Arizona.
more stable than it is in Arizona. Arizona's probably a nicer, warmer, no state tax place to live, though. So I wouldn't hate you if that's the job that you wanted. But look at Arizona. If you take the Arizona job, you're going up against Sean McVay, Kyle Shanahan, and the number 1 seed, Mike McDonald, right now in the NFC. So good luck with that.
Yeah. Tough situation. That's why we talk about all the time. Atlanta feels like such a great situation. You got young,
I'm with you.
Young playmakers.
And you were early on that. I've now taken that from you, and I am running that down the street as well. I'm with you on that one.
I think the two best jobs
agree.
by far are Baltimore because you have a 2-time MVP quarterback. It's kind of ready-made. You have to tweak some things, but you could see them being a Super Bowl favorite again immediately next year. And then Atlanta, I think, with the right coach and a couple of moves, they're easily the favorite to win that division.
Yeah.
It's just and you've got such great young pieces, and it's such an easy path. It's such an interesting kind of scenario with these coaching situations and the 9 of them. And it does feel like maybe we're waiting for the Harbaugh shoe to drop, and then maybe that'll get things going.
10.
But right,
There could be 10.
For sure.
The LaFleur deal isn't done until it's done.
It would be
So there
wild
could
if
be
they let him go. And I know he's catching a lot of heat for some of the things that happened in that game, and justifiably so. But in terms of, from an offensive standpoint, it was one of the best EPA games, I think, ever. Jordan Love was on fire. And the reality is, if Brandon McManus makes his kicks,
Sure.
they win that game.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah. If LaFleur, if they don't, he'll be a place quick.
He'll be quick.
Very quick.
And
Yeah,
he could
like-
be somewhere where somebody says, I like you better than what I have.
Yeah.
Would he be your top choice for our building?
LaFleur?
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard to me to say no to John Harbaugh. The guy's won 10 games a year for 18 years in this division.
Yeah. Right.
So I just think his cred speaks for itself, and so I think that he's somebody that would put together a good program. I'd be very curious, if it were Harbaugh, what and Schwartz were at the DC, what it looks like on offense, whether you keep Tommy Reese, whether there's somebody that they like to bring in there. But he's probably my top. LaFleur would be, he would be a pretty clear number 2. Now, I think that it's interesting. We've heard a lot of talk and scuttlebutt about it, and Shieldhouse better than I do. The Browns are not interviewing, at least as of now, have not requested Mikey LaFleur, which I think he should be a hotter name just because whether you want him to be your head coach or not, and you probably know the answer to this if there is somebody else that I'm missing, but who's been an OC for Shanahan and McVay in the last 5 years? And maybe he's technically the run game coordinator or the pass game coordinator for
But he worked with
Kyle,
both,
but at the top level is him and Mike McDaniel at the top level with Kyle, and then now he's the OC obviously for McVay.
Yeah, and then he went to the Jets, and in between
With Saleh.
it didn't work there.
Yep.
Obviously with Saleh, and now he's back here. I love the guy, not just because we see eye to eye, and I mean like literally eye to eye. Yeah. So I'm a big fan there. And I think he'd be a good head coach. I think the key thing here, guys, and I think what the Browns need, and I want to preface this, don't cut this out and aggregate this in some clickbait.
We don't do
We
that
don't
here.
do that.
We don't do that. You're safe.
I know you guys
You're
don't.
safe.
I know you guys don't.
Others.
They need a leader.
Others do.
They need a leader.
Yes.
They need
we
somebody
agree.
who can not only be a damn good coach, but who could stand up there and lead the room. So that's not a shot at Kevin. That's what I'm trying to say. But that's what you need moving forward, certainly. Jim Schwartz can be that guy. But if he's not going to be your head coach, you need someone else who can stand up there and do it. I have long banged the table for Matt Burke. I think everyone saw what Matt Burke did Monday night. He is an Ivy League guy. He's a former Jim Schwartz assistant.
Yep. Arizona's giving him a look.
It's the same system. Troy Aikman kept saying, no one's doing what these Texans are doing. Actually, the Browns are. It's the same system. And a couple of weeks before Aaron Rodgers' season came to an end against the Texans, against that same system, he had a pretty awful game.
Yeah.
Yep.
At Huntington Bank Field. So, I think, and he is getting universal praise as a leader. JJ Watt was on the TV today talking about how he loved him when he was his D-line coach in Houston. So that's just one name. I don't know if he's going to be the name. But with Shieldhouse, with Udinski,
tell us about them.
Yeah,
Tell us about them.
Even just expand it. You got in your neck of the woods, LaFleur, Shieldhouse, Shula, Minter, all 3 of those Rams, 1 Chargers. What is your experience with those guys?
Let's work backwards. I don't know Jesse at all, but people say he's exceedingly bright. He's undoubtedly going to be a head coach, and he's a huge reason the Chargers are able to overcome their offensive deficiencies and win as many games as they did. He plays a different system, though, than Schwartz.
Yep.
It's a different defense. It's a lot of disguised coverages. It's what they're running in Seattle. It's a good defense, but they play a lot of zone on the back end. It's not what we run. So if you want Jesse Minter, it's going to be a different defense than what you have currently in the building. Not saying it can't work, just saying it's different.
Yep.
And as for the Rams guys, I think Ella will tell you that they love Nate. Nate's likely a head coach one of these days. He has not called plays, not had to be the alpha and the leader. They don't doubt he can do it. He just hasn't been put in that spot. But Nate had a very good college football career. He played quarterback for parts of 4 years at Illinois. He wasn't just a bench warmer. He played in bowl games. He was a good quarterback. He tutored under Matt Campbell. He has paid his dues and still only 35 years old. He'll do very well in the interview. Grant Yadinsky, I heard the same thing from people I talked to in Minnesota. Like, super smart, he could probably take apart the computer on the desk during the interview and put it back together. He's that guy. Brilliant play caller, much like Matt Burke probably likes to go climb mountains and turn his phone off. Will be a head coach. He has not been asked to stand in front of the room and be the leader and face adversity and get up on the podium after a game and explain why your kicker just missed a field goal or why that guy just dropped a pass on fourth down or why you went for it on fourth down when all the TV analytics people were screaming at you. He has not had to do that. Can he handle it? No doubt. You just haven't had to be in that situation yet.
Yeah, and I think that's kind of one of the interesting things in this search is that, we've kind of talked about you got your scheme guys, you've got your culture guys, and then you have the bucket of the McVays and the Kyles, and Ben Johnson certainly seems to be fitting into there, and Sean Payton, who are, they got it all. Their scheme, culture, all of it. And yeah, I'm with you. I think we do need that kind of culture leader here. That's why Harbaugh would be at the top of my list. And then you've got a lot of guys who, whether young or, Mike McDaniel is one of the best scheme guys in the league. Now, he's been a head coach. I think he's aware of what the deficiencies were in his game that led him to be an available head coach. Mm-hmm. Can he fix that? Is that something that you can work on, that type of leadership, that type of accountability, or is that something that, you can't? And I think those are some of the questions. You obviously having that young, hot offensive guy that can come in and turn it around, we've seen that. And that's what that offensive coaches more often than not are the ones that are coaching in the Super Bowl. It's just kind of the way that it's been in recent memory. How do you balance that and how this goes?
The McDaniel thing is interesting. I'm curious. How do you think? I'll ask you guys. Because, I've talked to Mike a few times.
I have too. I knew him from his time here and knew him.
I don't know him well. I've certainly shot the you-know-what with him. How do he and Schwartz potentially, hypothetically, coexist if that's what you're trying to do? It's an interesting arranged marriage.
It is, but to me, I would look at that as Jim Schwartz knows, hey, we're going to be a darn good defense. Like, we have the pieces, we've got the scheme, we're going to be good. If we can have a top 15 offense, top half of the league offense, we're going to win a lot of games. And I think we just talked to people around the league about Mike McDaniel. I think everybody thinks he's one of the absolute best in that regard. So it feels like that would work. Now, personality-wise, does it work? Those are the things that need to be.
That's kind of what I'm getting at.
Yeah, and I don't know the answer to that.
It's different.
Yeah, they would have very different approaches.
Dude.
Yes, very much so.
You guys know this.
Yeah,
he's a different dude.
Yeah, and that's the thing when you're trying to build these things and you have all of these openings. Like, it's not only the right guy, but it's the right guy at the right time. And then is everyone rowing in the same direction? That's how you get true success, and that's the needle you're trying to thread on this thing. Fellas, just from Jeremy Fowler real quick on this. Harbaugh met with the Giants. Jackson Dart was in that meeting with the Giants. He's going to do in person with the Falcons and the Titans over the next couple of days is the reporting on that.
So
and
they're letting him out of the building.
Yeah, so it sounds like those three for him with the Giants getting the first crack at it. And I certainly would get the appeal of that. A lot of talent that was hurt. Young quarterback. If you like Jackson Dart, then away we go. Real quick, just a couple minutes left in the program in its entirety. A couple of seconds left to you. What is your game you're most looking forward to this weekend, bud?
Oh, that's I would say Rams-Bears on Sunday night. Just Ben Johnson, Caleb Williams. I got Quentin Lake on my Yahoo show today, MJD as well. Just all the ties here. Like, obviously, Ben Johnson took his shots at Matt LaFleur. Now he's facing Matt LaFleur's brother and Matt LaFleur's best friend.
Right.
I mean, there's a little storyline bubbling there as well. I think that's a great game. And Texans-Patriots.
Yeah. 1 minute.
Everyone wants Drake May to be the MVP. Now face the best defense in the NFL. Let's see how you do.
Yeah, it's a fun weekend.
There we go.
Great talking to you, buddy. Enjoy that chop salad. Enjoy the afternoon in sunny Los Angeles.
Yes.
We're going to go get on our
sunshine
Husky teams and see if we can get home with our sled dogs. See you, pal.
Say to that. Be safe.
There he goes. Mr. Siciliano joining us on the Twisted Tea Hotline, presented by Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea, official sponsor of your Cleveland Browns. Keep it twisted, Cleveland. We are back tomorrow. Thanks for listening, everybody. Cleveland Browns Daily, 850 ESPN Cleveland.